Yeah, that's how church is supposed to be. People running around, jumping up and down like complete idiots after giving their hard-earned money away to a cult leader who usually gets paid to tell them what they want to hear. Oh crap, where are my manners? Hello everyone, it's Earl. I'm back. In this interweb audio-video communique, I want to discuss a topic that may piss off a lot of people. I'm talking about religion. Now, I'm guessing that religion is supposed to help people understand the meaning of life. Maybe it's there to help people reflect on things that they didn't notice before, like the fact that a giraffe's tongue is actually a dark color, and the fact that a sloth can hold its breath longer than a dolphin can. Dolphins are so sexy. I often reflect on things like, did EDP 445 ever get his cupcake? Do Zendaya's feet really smell like Funyuns?
Let's check, shall we?
Whatever happened to Ethan Vanderbilt? And comedian Bob Kelly's reaction to watching Two Girls, One Cup.
Come on, Bobby.
When I was young, the 1930s and 1940s, I believe, my parents would take me to church, hoping it would make me a better citizen. As you can probably tell, it screwed me up more than marriage did, either that or benzos. Gobbity Goomba! At first, it seemed like a friendly, uplifting place, but over time, like all things, it turned pretty crappy, like an unwanted sequel, prequel, or remake trying to cash in on the first movie in a futile attempt to create a tentpole franchise. Going to church is like going to a circus. You have the ringmaster, the lion tamer, the fire breather, the magician, and of course, the clowns. Why are people so afraid of clowns? I happen to like clowns. Some notable clowns are Bozo, Ronald, Krusty, the Joker, the Crow, Sting, Pennywise, Kanye West, Ben Shiarpoo, Charlemagne the God, the Irate Gamer, Wendy Williams, and Donald Trump. No wonder religious people have so many trust issues. Let me put it this way. If you had to decide between putting your trust in a church or a commercial bank, which would you choose? For me, I choose the bank. Want to know why? Because when you give your money to the bank, there's a better chance that you can get it back. Church has always been a scion of regulation and control. Back in my day, church was serious. You couldn't wear tight clothing and revealing apparel. Now, you can dress however you want. Women can go to church wearing the same outfit that they wore at the club because it'll give the pastor a rubbery one in his pants. My first wife Jezebel thought her pastor was the bee's knees until he got caught committing sacrilege on the sacrificial lamb. Religion is like the story of Noah's Ark. Back in the 1940s, I served in World War II. There was a guy who told me that he was taken to a mountain range in Iran where he saw the remains of Noah's Ark. He told me that it was broken open in two pieces and it was located in a canyon not far from the city of Tehran. I have a question. If this giant floating barn really existed, why didn't anyone ever take pictures of it? We did have cameras back in the 1940s. My father used his to photograph my mother's obsession with shooting Klansmen with her rifle. If this object still exists, and if it's still intact, somebody would have found it by now. I don't know. Maybe when the ice caps on the mountains melted, the structure deteriorated and collapsed, just like my 6 marriages. The same goes for faith in a higher power. Nobody believes in anything genuine anymore. People are lovers of themselves. Religion requires you to have a personal relationship with whatever deity you choose to worship. The only real relationship I've ever had was with an aquatic mammal named Sybil. In my late 40s, the 1970s I believe, I worked at a local aquarium. Sybil was a resident there and I cleaned her tank every week. She was really friendly to me, but she smelled pretty awful. Then one day, she was gone. I think she was moved to another aquarium. Now, I cry whenever I see videos of dolphins humping humans. Having a religion is like going to the mom and pop store on the corner to buy lottery tickets. Whether it's just scratch-offs or one of those play slips that give you bubble test anxiety, faith without knowledge is willful, blatant stupidity. There, I said it. Be offended. I knew this bohemian chick named Chastity who was struggling to make it as a professional cuddler. She had a kitchen drawer full of scratch-off tickets that she had already played. I once watched her purchase 20 scratch-off tickets at $5 a pop. She only won back $15. Then, she took the $15 and purchased 3 more scratch-off tickets, bringing her winnings to a grand total of 0.
What am I fighting for?
The tickets were all losers, like many of the men she slept with, but for some strange reason, she kept the used tickets. She'd go back and look at the used tickets like the numbers would magically rearrange in her favor. She'd check the scratch-off tickets over and over again to see if she'd actually won, hoping she missed it the first time she looked at it. She was a Christian, but she smoked full-bodied cigars like an ocean liner funnel. She could kill a 25-ounce bottle of Grey Goose in a single sitting, and she would cuss you out if you swooped in and took her intended parking space while she took her sweet time backing into it. She bought into the hype. She believed that her blessing would come, but it never did. Truth be told, religion teaches people to wait on something external to better themselves. Religion tells people to look to money, a church building, or a well-dressed pulpit pimp to carry their lazy asses to the finish line for the glory of their own egos. It's really sad when you think about it. All that money they gave to the church could have been used to start a business, or pay their rent, or fix the hot water heater, or do something about the mold problem in their bathroom, because they won't use the vent exhaust fan to keep the electric bill down. But they'll burn that 75-inch flat screen all day, all night, because, well, reasons. In this day and time, we can't deny that the average prosperity preacher's salary is in the same ballpark with doctors, accountants, information technology guys, and even an inner-city crack cocaine kingpin. The latter brings to mind some poor impoverished soul with jacked-up teeth, clothes from Goodwill, and a glass stem bottle ready to light up. You can say the same for underprivileged people who look to religion to give them their next fix. The prosperity gospel acts as a local anesthetic that numbs the mind of any reasoning and rationale. When the congregation listens to a preacher who tells them that God wants them to be wealthy, that's the euphoria that most people in debt are looking for. So the pastor goes about the process of cooking rock. He takes the scriptures and converts them into a business opportunity pamphlet. Like a dealer converting freebase cocaine into crack, the preacher breaks out the silver spoon, the Zippo lighter, and the Arm & Hammer baking soda. Once the message is in rock form, it's time to hit the block. And when crack hits the streets of the living, you get addicted zombies. To be continued in part 2. Motherfucker.